Git guide, Git branch. And let's begin with a question. What is a Git branch? The typical definition is an independent line of development. So what does that mean? You could think of it as a virtual workspace. The code work done in the branch does not directly affect your main code base until you merge it back in. So to begin, I'm going to make a directory in my terminal. mkdir git underscore branch underscore demo. Now I'm going to cd into this directory. And I need to initialize the git. So I'm going to use git init period and hit enter. Now I'm going to create a README file using the touch command, touch readme.md. Now, what I'm doing here is I'm setting up the main branch. So I'm going to go ahead now and stage this file using git add period. Now I'm going to commit this file, git commit -m, and we need to add a commit message here. So inside of quotes, creating a top level README. Now our main branch is ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and create a feature branch. Git checkout -b, and the -b means that we're creating a branch here using the git checkout command. And the name of this branch will be feature / create -js file. Two things have happened here. We've created a new branch and we've also been switched over to the new branch. Now I'm going to clear the terminal and type git branch. And this command will give you a list of the current branches in your Git repository. And the asterisk to the left of the branch name indicates the current branch. Now to exit this screen, just hit the letter Q. Now I'm going to type code space period and hit enter. And this command will open VS Code if the shell command has been installed, meaning we're going to go ahead and head on over to VS Code. Now I have my terminal opened up in VS Code. And to start, I'm going to go ahead and type touch index.js file. Could I create the file in the code editor? Absolutely. But in order to learn the terminal, you need to use the terminal. So in the beginning, you should use it as much as possible. Now I have this file up on the left side of my editor, and I'm going to go ahead and click on the file to open it up and close the file explorer to the left. Now let's type in some JavaScript variables in here. var my variable equals, in quotes, I'm a variable. var my name equals, in quotes, my name is Farish. Lastly, var favorite num, short for number, equals 18. So I'm done with this file, and now I'm going to save it. And after I save it, I'm going to reopen the file explorer to the left because I want to demonstrate something here. But before I do that, I need to stage this file by adding it and then commit the file. In my terminal, I will type git add, make sure you put a space after this, -a. This is different than git add period. What's the difference? Well, why don't you take a look at the documentation or use Google to find out. Now I'm going to commit this, git commit -m with a message created index.js file and added text to the file. Now in my terminal, let's take a look at this message. It shows the git commit message, and then it states one file change, 3 insertions. This is a message on what is happening here. So one file change, well, technically, even though we added a new file, that's the change. And we inserted 3 lines of code into the file. Now I'm going to switch back to the main branch. And we used the git checkout command earlier to make the new branch. Now for this command, it'll be git checkout main, and we don't need the -b flag. The -b flag will create a new branch. So whenever a branch already exists, all you need to do to switch to that branch is type git checkout and that branch's name. Now we've switched branches, and the first thing I'm going to do is in the terminal is clear the terminal, then type git branch. And on the screen is a list of the branches. And the asterisk is beside the main branch. So this also indicates that the current branch we are in is the main branch. I'm going to hit Q again to exit. And I want to point out something now because we're on the main branch. If you look at the file explorer, the index.js file is not there. So this goes back to what I mentioned earlier in the video. A branch is an independent line of code. You can think of it as a virtual workspace where the work done in that workspace doesn't affect the main code base until you merge it in. So now what I need to do in order for the index.js file to show up here is to merge this. So I'm going to go ahead and type git merge feature / create JS file. We've merged the branch, and on the left side, the index.js file exists. Now let's make an assumption that we no longer need this feature branch. How do we remove it? Well, we would use the git branch command, and what we would type is git branch -d, and then the name of the branch, feature / create JS file. And I'm going to go ahead and hit enter. Now on the screen, we have a message that states that the branch has been deleted. How do we confirm that this is really the case? I'm going to go ahead and clear the terminal, then type git branch. And in the terminal, we can see that main is the only branch listed. So I'm going to go ahead and hit Q to clear out the branch list. And that's it. Thanks for watching and happy coding.